This is Moments with Foo with James Foo Torres, better known as Foo, the show that takes you around the world to share interviews with some of the most successful and relevant people on the planet, hear their stories, and get the most important business lessons they have learned on their road to success, and get exclusive advice on how to implement their success into your life and business. Moments with Foo is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and your host, Foo.
Hey, are you looking to scale your business from 5 figures to 6 figures or 6 figures to 7 figures? If you are, I have the perfect thing for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to go download a book. This book is going to take you through my 3-pillar system. It's 100% free. All you have to do is go to growfast.cash. I say again, go to growfast.cash and you're going to be able to download my free international best-selling book, which is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. You can take that book. It's going to help you scale your business to the next level. Again, go download it. Be good, be brief, be gone. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Moments with Foo. I'm your host, James Foo Torres, but you can call me Foo, hence the name of this show. And today I have TJ Capobianco. He's an expert on social media, videography, and event coordination. But I'm going to let him tell you more about that. But first, TJ, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for setting this up for us. And we'll get into the details of that. But first, let's just do a quick introduction about yourself and what you're focusing on right now.
Yeah, man. My name's TJ Capobianco. I'm originally from Idaho. The way I landed in Puerto Rico was I bought a one-way ticket after high school. I didn't have anything but a GoPro to my name. Didn't know anybody, didn't know Spanish. And almost 4 years later, I'm a full-time social media manager, videographer, event coordinator. I have my own business and living the life that I bought that one-way ticket for. So it's an absolute blessing, and I'm really happy to be here today.
I love that. I mean, and one of the main reasons that you are here right now, sitting down with me, because you told me your story. I'm like, dude, this is so impressive. Like, let's do a podcast, man. Let's do a podcast. I mean, from Idaho, where I lived 4 years. Yeah. And
that is crazy, by the way. Nobody knows where Idaho is from Puerto Rico. Typically,
people think Idaho potatoes.
Yeah, no, land de papas, baby. You already know. You already know.
I was there to context is because the Air Force, I got recruited with the Air Force directly here from the island. My first duty station was Idaho. First and only, because I just got one contract 4 years and I got out. So
it's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place. I mean, you like outdoors. You like snowboarding and like all like woods and things. Like there's so much in there, and it's pretty big.
If you like nature but not any city life, Idaho's a perfect spot for you.
Yeah, because the city, Boise, it's really small. It has some city life. I mean, it does, but it's just not big city life at all.
Not a big city close.
Yeah, but now like meeting here is kind of crazy, and that like that story of you just like, hey, I'm one-way ticket. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That is insane to me. But at the same time, like I did a similar thing on the like so I started my company. It was like six. I got 6 months left on my contract in the Air Force, and then I had a job lined up. So then I had that safe space to start kind of working, and then after I got a couple sales. I started my new job. I got a couple sales, and then I got a couple clients, and then I got my first 5-figure deal. Got $10K wired to my account. Boom. And I'm like, okay. And then I got a $15K, and I'm like, wow.
You're crazy.
So then I was like, okay, I'm out. And then I quit my job, and no really like recurring, because it was like PR that I was selling. It was on like a recurring basis. It was kind of like a project base, but it was long. Like it was enough. There's like, look, if I can get people to pay me 5 figures, I can get $3K. That's to substitute the income that I was getting. It was like a little bit over $3K, but round it out. So I kind of did that jump that way too. and I just figure it out along the way. And yours is a little bit more extreme, but like,
I mean, taking a risk and putting the money where your mouth is one of the best ways to grow, because when you only have trust in yourself and not a plan, that's where you see opportunities come that never existed.
Yeah. So putting a fire under your butt, basically.
Yeah, man, you got to have some huevos to make that happen.
And it's kind of like the swim or drown. And I love that, because most times, we have to kind of put that fire on their butts to be able to move. Because if not, then we're comfortable.
100%.
Right?
100%.
I love that. So, giving that story, like giving that experience and in your expertise in all these things related to get out there, right? Like, what are some actionable tips or advice that you have for the audience?
Yeah, man. Well, going into social media content and all of that, a lot of people love to talk about whatever it is they want to do. And that's awesome. I love your ideas. But at the end of the day, only when I can see them is when I can believe you. So one of the biggest ways that I got into content was just buying a GoPro before I got on that plane here. And I bought that GoPro, came out my first 2 months. I filmed lifestyle, going to the beach, waterfalls, YouTube University, like 5 hours a night to figure out how to edit. And then I made like maybe 10 videos of edits from what I was doing. But at least once you get through your bad videos, because going into something you've never done, it's always so daunting. Oh my God, content? You want me to film and edit? That's crazy. So you have to get those first 10 bad videos out before you can start getting good ones. And that's what's transpired to me getting my first job, is that my first 2 months, I just did personal content, because when it's personal, you care about it. You care enough about it to put in effort. And then once I did that, along my journey in my 3rd month here, I met another person who just moved here, and he was in search of a social media manager. Me, without any experience, a GoPro, and knowing somewhat how to edit, said, sign me up. That was my first gig, taking his content, editing his content, posting it. And it was all just YouTube University. Like I'm telling you, you can learn anything if you really just YouTube it, and you'll figure it out. Because I think a huge thing that has led me to a lot of success is you never say or go into an opportunity being like, I'll be honest, man, I don't know if I can do it. But if you're already optimistic and knowing that you can before you go into it, then you'll do it. You'll figure out a way. So within that first job, I went in there and said, I got you. It's covered. I know exactly what I'm doing. In the back of my head, I barely know anything in reality, but that's how I learned. So taking that first step of making bad videos got me to a position to actually have a client to produce for. And I think that's a huge way for beginner creators or content creators, is you're gonna go in and make bad videos. Like that is the truth of it. You never see somebody just produce gold their first time. So start hitting record and get some of the bad edits out. Because at the end of the day, you have the vision in your head, you know what your content wants to look like, but you have no idea how, and that is the fear that is stopping you from actually doing it. So put your ego aside and make some bad videos, and then get to some good videos.
I would say to add to that, like you make it so people can remember, embrace the suck. That's something that we say in the Air Force. I mean, like maybe in all branches, because it's gonna suck, right? Like you're gonna suck, but embrace it. Embrace the suck. Like you have to go through that almost as an ignorance tax, like Alex Ramosi says. Like
100%.
You have to pay the price to become an expert. Like there's no shortcuts.
Exactly.
And I can testify to what not to do to kind of even reinforce what you did, because I did things like I paid a bunch of money to a bunch of people that I could do YouTube University and then just have like an accountability buddy or somebody, and that's it. Like, because there's enough coaches, there's enough knowledge in the internet, and that's like I started before the democratization, I guess that's the right word, of AI, right? Like this boom of AI. Now it's even easier.
Yeah.
With AI being super accessible.
100%.
And cheap and sometimes even free. There's so much free that there's no excuse. Now it's better than ever. And I love that term of YouTube University, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm
It's
going
so
in my 5th year, dude. I'm waiting for my degree. I don't think I can ever get one, but I'll take it.
Hey, maybe eventually, dude. No, dude, with the way that YouTube is going,
Yeah.
now they're going for Netflix now, for streaming platforms. Now they want to, like, people are putting so much content, and imagine
100%.
like the barrier of being in Netflix type. It's like anybody can upload to YouTube. Like, dude, it's going.
It's getting there.
Dude.
It's getting
and
there.
then eventually it's like, well, might as well just do a quiz and get a certificate. Like, it's not that hard.
No,
like,
100%.
it's coming, dude. It's coming.
Well, I'm first in line for that. But
Yeah, you're like, hey, I'm overdue. Like,
yeah, come on now. Put my name next to that. But to go back on that, embrace the suck in those first few videos or just content in general when you're starting, is that a editing tip that I could give is that when you are making your first video, one of the biggest mistakes that I see is that you really love that video. You know, you made it, you feel good about it, you love it. But me as a viewer, I like it. Me as your friend, I like it. So my main thing is shorten your clips. They're too long. Okay, I have an attention span and you have a longer one because it's your stuff. Cut it down so that way I can digest it, because as soon as a clip goes over 2 seconds in short form content, you're crossing your mark for my attention span. So I would say 100%, the biggest thing is just shorten your clips down, because you care so much about it. It's your masterpiece, but it's too long. It's just too long from the start. So just shorten the clips up, because that is one of the biggest beginner things. And if you want to get fancy, learn what a speed ramp is. Speed ramp, very accessible in any editing software. It's mainly used for motion. So if I'm moving the camera, it's like if it's a montage of clips. A speed ramp, at the end of your clip, you go into a graph and move the last point up. That will basically, on the speed, it'll go like this. And then it'll speed out, and then in the next clip, you speed in. So that way there's a quick transition, so that way it's just not auto cuts. So if you speed ramp and then speed in, then that's how you can create some motion, and now we're moving and there's flow. Shorten clips, figure out how to speed ramp, and then next thing you know, you're looking at the video and you're saying, oh yeah.
Dude, you gotta teach me about that speed ramp, because I've been doing decent videos, you know, using free apps, like for example CapCut. You know, they're not paying me, but maybe one day. But it's just like, you know, it's that one, like, it's like saying ChatGPT, right? It's
exactly.
like, you know, there's other AIs, but CapCut is just kind of being like those that's been mainstream, let's say,
100%.
right? And there's so many things in there that you can use, right? And there's some other stuff there too that I been putting good clips, but like, I mean, those speed ramps, it's something I didn't know. So thanks
No,
for
100%.
Definitely got to teach me about that.
And yeah, while you're putting together your little montage, just cut it down. Just do me a favor, do yourself a favor, and do the viewer a favor. Just cut it a little bit.
What I do, I don't do speed ramp, but at least I'm like, how much can I take and still convey the message? And I do that in writing too.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how much I can take out in the video, how much can I take out on the text and still convey the message, right? So I'm always like the minimum amount so I can communicate the message in the easiest language possible too.
No, 100%. I think that really comes down to the type of content that you're editing, because that's a base tip with shortening and speed ramping. But, you know, if you're doing informative, you want people to hear you, and maybe you don't have enough B-roll. Or another example in the music industry, if it's just an artist with a mic singing, well, how do I cut one clip to make it still engaging for my eyes? And that's very simple. It's a thing called keyframes. If you have a clip of you talking and you want to more engage it, at the beginning of the video, you set a keyframe, and at the end, you set another keyframe. Keyframe is if I zoom in at the end, and then I set a keyframe at the beginning, not zoomed in, the video will gradually zoom in or zoom out. So if I gradually zoom in for 2 seconds and then I cut back to the OG, the original size, now I just have a bit of light in that edit. And that's a very simple thing to make a static shot more interesting is give it more zoom, cut. Give it a zoom out, cut. And that's a very easy way, because when you have a stagnant shot, nobody's going to watch it unless they already respect you as the creator. Most of the times, it's not the case. So you have to give a little bit of love to their eyes, because if not, I'm just going to see you later. So just work on the simple things that can at least enhance it. I would say stay away from effects and transitions until you go down the rabbit hole. Because if not, you just look silly. I'm sorry.
Looking to grow your business beyond 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures plus, what I want you to do is go download this book. The title is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. It will help you grow your business past 5, 6, and 7 figure. Go download the book today, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and download the book for absolutely free.
My video with the most views right now on my Instagram is over 400,000 views. I did not do any of the fancy stuff that you said.
Yeah.
I did have an influencer in it. She's not collaborating in her page, but she's recognizable. People watch. And other ones that are not influencers, but it's being more like the actual content. It's been more like, between 30 to, let's say maximum, I think like 80K. But I mean, 30K or 40K. The latest one that I got was like over 40K that was pretty good, is because I'm doing something very simple without no like zoom in and out. Just I record with one shot with my phone. I record, and then when I put it on CapCut, I have it on like landscape, and the change scenes is just going from either from the guest to me, and then it changes as if it was 2 cameras. It's just me cutting it.
Exactly.
And then hook phrase, super important. Hook phrases, majority of people watches things on mute. So having a hook phrase to give the people a reason to, okay, let me unmute this, has
100%.
worked really well for me. So make a hook phrase, like a clickbait hook phrase, 100%. So people go and then deliver on the clickbait, right? Like it's not like not clickbait, but make it real, like not
100%. And without a good hook, if you are speaking or if you're trying to give informative content, without a good hook, your view duration is just going to fall. And Alex Hormozy said a really good thing, and it's that you have to first proof, promise, plan. Proof, my name is TJ Capobianco. I have almost 2.5 million views across my social medias. I'm going to show you how to make a viral video today. That is the promise. That is the proof. Now, let me show you X, Y, and Z to make your video better. So, once you can show proof, promise, and then the plan, if you're making a directive, informative piece of content, I will listen and I will trust you. And a lot of seen people, higher ups, the 40-year-old entrepreneur who's got an 8-figure business, his content is not good. And second, I don't know what he's done. Now you might be saying as the creator, well, dude, I've introduced myself 10 times over 100 videos. If I stumble across one of your videos and I still don't know who you are, I'm not going to watch. So it's important to keep that process, because at the end of the day, somebody who doesn't know what you do or who you are or your value will just swipe away 100%.
Yeah, basically what you said is on every video, assume that people don't know you.
Exactly.
And if you do it clever enough, the way that you introduce yourself, like Alex Hormozy is a beast at this. And then it's never gonna be too much for the people that already heard it, because you're pretty good at just saying it, and I knew that, but it's not taking too much of the content. And then then you cover the people that haven't ever
100%,
met you,
100%. And that leads into something very interesting in today's age, is that when you create content, the first 100 viewers determine how far that goes. And Jack Conte, the founder of Patreon, he said something that the follower is dead, in the sense that Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube is such an algorithmic platform nowadays, is that you are fighting for the algorithm. You are not fighting to create for your fans. Because if I'm truly creating for my fans, but the first 100 people who see it don't save, like, or comment, it will go very slow. But if I'm fighting for the algorithm, which I do not know what is, and I don't know if I'm going to hit that goal, then that's where if I get likes, save, comments in that first 100, it goes farther. So now we're in a day and age where you're creating for an algorithm, not creating for your fans. And that's a very tough thing.
And really, when he says creating for the algorithm is going for interest. Like, what's going to keep people in the platform to, like, ideally watch your whole video and even ideally watch more of you. Right,
exactly.
Like that's what the algorithm wants. So as long as you optimize for the objective of the algorithm, then you're fine. Like, because it's not like the followers nowadays don't mean almost anything nowadays.
Exactly.
So you have to optimize for just interest in general, and it's just good. Like, and that's what people have called like the TikTokification, right? Like TikTok did this basically.
Exactly,
they
man.
started this when you can have like no followers and then go viral just based on the algorithm giving you the showing it to people they like, showing it to more people, and that's it, regardless on your following count.
And it's a really hard position because nowadays anybody is a content creator. Anybody is. But really, when you see people who are actually creating for the art of creation, not the art of the algorithm, you can tell the difference because they're creating something real and natural. But it might not hit on the algorithm the same, because if I have the bandwidth to purchase a $100 course, buy a 4K camera, learn how to put 3 lights around me that make my face look good and the background look good, and then I follow a set list, a set script, I can hit that. But that does not mean you're a creator. That means you're a producer. So it's a really hard day to actually make it as a pure creator, because you have all these people who can just go buy a course, buy a camera, take an editing course, and next thing you know, their content's doing so good. And me as a creator who actually wants to create pure art, I'm getting shut down by the algorithm. So we're in a day and age where we're controlled by the very thing that controls how far we can go. So, just fighting for the art of creation is a huge thing that I want to keep on seeing, because with all this AI coming in, people are going to get tired of it. People want to see a real video. People want to see authenticity. And all these gurus that say they're content creators, they're all going to vanish.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you brought this point, because the solution to that, like how I see it, is to build a brand that then builds a community, that then you get all your people together, so then you can optimize to your people without having to even be at the mercy of the algorithm, because the algorithm is something that you're using to capture some people, but after you capture them, you take them out of the algorithm, right? 100%. And now you have a community, you have a brand, a movement, ideally, right?
Exactly.
And that's what I focus on. I'm very big into the what I call brand healing, and it's how do I go into a brand almost like as a doctor, diagnosticate the problem, give the strategic plan to, which is like I don't want to say it's recipe or the right, like prescription, right? That's like the report and strategic plan, and then either you go and try to figure out yourself, or if you want like constant help, then you can hire me to be there with you and bring the right talent, bring the right things to those things. So I definitely see that, and that's why I focus so big into, okay, let me go and go into you, extract your authenticity by removing the programming, removing everything, all the limiting beliefs that you have, and then that authenticity, that's what we use for the branding. And now that you have that, now you attract your people, you got community, you get them all the algorithm, and you don't have to be at the mercy of
100%, man. And building the community, I think, is huge in this day and age, because we're seeing the spike of AI, and then we're going to see the downfall of it. We're seeing the spike of content creators, and now we're going to see the downfall of it. Because, in today's day and age, I can go on ChatGPT, write me a script for 20 viral videos about X, Y, and Z. I go film them with my little setup, and, then I think that I am producing quality content, building a community, when in reality, it's all fake. So, finding real, authentic creators, real, authentic community, and building off that, it's a huge thing to focus on, because without that, then you're gonna get left in the dust in today's day and age.
Yeah, I love the offline more than anything. I love online too, but the online is just a means to an end. Like
100%.
I don't even like posting, to be honest. You know, I don't like it. It's just a means to an end. I'm getting into people, so I'm just trying to find my people.
Definitely.
I collect those people. I put them outside. Like, give me your phone number. Give me your email. Like, and even email. Like, I'm also have resistance to that. Give me your phone number.
Yeah.
And then I'm always every single week I have events going on. Every single week, you can come to me to the radio station, to El Mega VIP with Charlie Rivera. You can. I have typically at least once a month, two pool parties, each one once a month. One in Boho House in Palmas, Whitham Palmas, or I can go like I do Condado Ocean Club. That there's one coming up now this Sunday. So I have them consistently. So that way it's like, look, I'm always in these places, enjoying life. This is what I want to be doing. Meet me there. And then 100%. I make sure that I invite people, and it's like a networking environment. Yes, we can drink, we can have fun, but a lot of times I don't even drink because I'm there to just connect, to dance, and to have a good time and bring my people, right? Like it's a means to an end. So that's
100%.
All,
And I think with having an online presence, a lot of the times people believe what they see on their phone more than reality. So how I perceive you on my phone, however you portray yourself online is what I expect you to be. And, it's the same thing with celebrities. You see celebrities online and think, wow, he must be so cool and so crazy. Then you meet the guy in person and it's like, yeah, this guy's completely normal. Absolutely normal dude. And then it's like, wow, maybe I don't believe everything on his feed. And I think that's a huge thing, is that we believe what we see, not what's real. So being able to connect with people in a real setting and actually give people who you are is the biggest thing you can do with events.
100%. And for the people that go to events, what has given me the most value, I think, would be the perspective.
Yeah.
Because knowledge, I can get it, whatever. But the perspective, when you start meeting these people in person that you've seen online or you just met, and you're like, these are just normal people, and if they're doing it, I can do it.
Exactly, man. It's really not that hard. At the end of the day, you just have to hit record, and when you do that, learn how to edit a little bit. Like, anybody can do it at the end of the day. You just have to pick it up.
Yeah. So let's talk a bit about the place that we're at.
Yeah.
We're giving up people so much value already. Now let's talk about this place, because it has even great takeaways too. So tell us about this place.
Yeah, man. Right now we are at the Wheel in Puerto de Tierra, Viejo San Juan. This has been up since Cinco de Mayo is when their first day opened was, and it's first Ferris wheel on the island. And I was driving by it after I got back from tour in New York, and I saw a giant Ferris wheel and a really big warehouse. I was like, man, has anyone ever thrown a concert on a Ferris wheel? That's a very good question. I did some basic search, and no, it's never been done in the history of the world. Nobody has sang on a Ferris wheel. People have thrown events at Ferris wheels, but not singing on the Ferris wheel and doing a full concert on it. So sure enough, that sparked the idea in my head, sent a DM to the Instagram, came in, met with the owners. It was another one of those things of not knowing how it's going to happen, but perceiving that I know exactly what's going to happen, and that I can do it, and they'll believe you. So, I had the idea, they believed in the idea, and we proceeded. So it took a lot of planning and so forth, but we did throw the first Ferris wheel concert in history. It was through my brand, Live Off Beat. I gave a speech on the Ferris wheel. I had 8 artists sing on the Ferris wheel. We pushed over 300 in attendance. It was really cool time. And you can look up online first Ferris wheel concert and we'll pop up. So it was an awesome achievement.
That's so awesome. When you told me that was so crazy. It was like, wow, I can't believe this. And just being the first at anything, dude, is good. So being able to find that opportunity and take it. Yeah. So a lot of people talk, I can be the first of this, but you took it. Like, you were like, look, I see an opportunity here, and you went and made it a reality, and that's super respectful. Like I respect that so much.
No, thank you, man. It took a lot of work, but at the end of the day, you know, it's the moments of the night, and it's the moments of seeing joy of people, and that's what makes it all worth it. So
in history, dude.
Yeah, making history.
Making history, dude.
That also feels pretty cool. Got to do it again to get Guinness World Record out here. So potentially first, second week of December, we're going round 2 and working on that. So
Nice.
That way we can get the news out here, Guinness World Record, and give it the media that it deserved, because it was the concert nobody saw. So we're going round 2 a bit bigger and better.
Dude, I'm definitely gonna be involved in that. I mean, we've become friends now in a short period of time. We see the potential of each other. We see the potential of this place. You know, we've gotten some good relationships going on with the owners. A lot of great things are coming, and I'll be promoting a lot of this because I like it, man. Right? I like it so much, and being able to use this space.
100%.
It's so valuable to me that I told the owners, I told you too, that I'm willing to give so much promotion at such a discounted price, almost basically free. Just let me use this, you know.
No, definitely, man, definitely. It's a really cool place, and the amount of opportunities that you can do. For example, after my first concert here, they asked me to keep on throwing concerts, and I believe it was my second one I did. I had heavy metal music and video games. So we had video games everywhere. We had a Mario Kart tournament up here, or Smash Bros. On the main screen. So no, all the potentials are here at the wheel. So
yeah, and that's what I see for myself on, like, this is the first time that I'm recording here. But I already talked to them, and we're gonna be doing this a whole, often. Let's say.
No, 100%.
And the idea of this is, so I go to the radio every week to El Mega VIP con Charimar Rivera, and I learned from them that they do this show of 2 hours, and they invite public, and it's. So you are in like the VIP because it's small, but you're like, there's recording, one of the biggest radio stations of Puerto Rico, and then like they have sponsors that pay for the drinks for people. So you go, it's free, you can drink, you can connect with amazing people of Puerto Rico, and that's the concept that I want to bring here and to other places too. Like I'm in talks to other places. So whoever treats me better gets most of my time. So just saying, hint to you guys.
Yeah. We all hear you.
Oh man, but I'm so comfortable right now in here. I've been here before, by the way. That's how I got connected, because I came here just as a normal customer. I wanted to see the fight, Canelo fight with Berlanga, which is Puerto Rican, right? So a great fight. Came here, connected with people, and I was like, dude, like, see, there's so much potential in here. Got 100%. The numbers and everything, and look at here. Like we did. This is the first of many. I know that I'm excited for this, for planning events with you, for man. So many things, man. So talking about events. Yeah. Okay, so what's next? What's coming here for events in here?
Well, the Ferris Wheel has a upcoming event. Right now, the Ferris Wheel is down right now. So October 20th, they'll be putting up the Ferris Wheel again. So it's coming back soon in about 3 weeks. And October 19th and October 20th, they're having a market bazaar. Basically, they're going to have a bunch of vendors in here. They're going to have a magician, live music. They will have a DJ. They'll have some things for the kids. It's going to be starting at 12, goes all day for the family, for the parents to have some fun as well. So no, October 19th, October 20th at the wheel. It's going to be a good family time.
And the owners of this, so making sure that we get the shout out for giving us the space.
Jesus Medina, the legend. Shout out Jesus, shout out Chris, shout out Oscar, all the owners that are here and making this place possible. Really appreciate you.
So other than that, is there any one or two last takeaways you want to leave the audience with?
Yeah, I'd say the main thing is that, in life, you may never know what you want to do, but at the end of the day, there's always something inside of you that feels real. And as long as you keep following that, the opportunities and the things that will happen and need to happen in your life for you to live it the right way will always come through that. So keep following through yourself. Make sure you live off beat. Speaking about live off beat, another takeaway is that I am starting a website for any social media management things. You can find us on Instagram for right now under live off beat. And I'll also be producing multiple editing courses. So that way, if you yourself want to learn how to edit and do some of this content on your own, not have to pay somebody for content that's, it's okay. So I'll be producing those things to make sure you're taken care of and you can learn the right way.
Awesome, man. Awesome. It's been a pleasure to have you here and to have this, so much value in this podcast, man. Thank you for giving this value to me, because I'm here, the first audience, and then to my audience.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm excited to see what comes from this.
So here you have it, TJ and Fu. And if you want to learn more from us, you can find me on social media, James L. As in Lewis, and then Foo, F-O-O. Send me a DM, especially on Instagram is my biggest platform. And for you?
You can go to TJ Capobianco _, at Instagram, or Live Off Beat. It's my page.
Perfect. And then this is The Wheel PR, is it?
The Wheel.
The Wheel PR, if you want to check out this place on Instagram. So this was TJ and Fu, and this is us signing off.
Thank you.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best, and grow, scale, and win.
Thanks for listening to Moments with Fu with your host, Fu. Please leave your feedback and visit strategicadvisorboard.com to get the latest and greatest business advisement on the planet. Follow us on social media for updates, and we will see you on the next episode.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God.